Hi Aquarius, this is your November horoscope 2013 for anyone who have their ascendants and the moon in Aquarius. Tropical astrology we're using, and you can find out your ascendants and the moon signs and degrees, everything in my birth chart calculator. It's very clear. You just need to scroll below the chart and you'll see a table there. Everything is written very easily, and just check the sign of the ascendant, the sun, the moon. These are very important, knowing your ascendant sign and your moon sign prediction. This is how real astrology predictions are made. And check the degrees as well, in case I mentioned them, because I have specific degrees for your Aquarius, sun, moon, or ascendant. So what happens for you in November? Well, there is an eclipse in your 10th house. And wherever the eclipse happens, this is where a lot of focus goes. This is where a person can have a crisis, worry, where things can be turned upside down. But actually, eclipses have their best effect in the 10th house. 10th house is career. And when eclipse happens in the 10th house, it can really change your direction in life. It can really create brand new circumstances for your life. And it might be a little bit disruptive initially, and you might be a bit worried because you're feeling things are gonna change, and you feel that there is a need for change. And if you haven't had the courage or energy to do this change in regards to your career, in regards to your worldly ambitions, now the eclipse towards the end of October, the beginning of November, and it will be active in the whole November, in December as well, maybe even in January, you'll start seeing those changes happening to do with your career. And usually they're fated changes, because eclipses create fated things to happen, something that you don't have much control over, or that something that the gods inspire you to do because this is your path to do. And so you might start on a new career path with this eclipse there, or you might get a new job, or you might decide to rebranch or redirect your career somehow. You might decide to expand. Actually, it's very good. Eclipse in the 10th house is one of the only eclipses where it says very good things, because it says that the person can become like a king. And this means, doesn't mean directly you'll become a king, but it means that your kingdom expands, so you preside over more responsibilities. So you become, actually, you're given more responsibilities, more duties, and you can grow in your career, in your business, whatever your worldly responsibilities and status related responsibilities are. And I'm Aquarius ascendant, so when the eclipse happened for me last year in November, the last time there was an eclipse again in the 10th house for Aquarius, for me it was very successful. And now maybe some other Aquarius ascendant or Aquarius sun people, to a lesser degree Aquarius moon people, they can maybe benefit now from this eclipse in regards to their career. But often I repeat, eclipses are always accompanied by more stress, they're accompanied always by more worry, and the person is freaking out, is this the right thing to do? No. But usually, these fated events, like life, like a river, will flow in that direction. And let's see, eclipse, the 10th house also rules the fraternal father figures, the figures of authority in your life. So there might be some eclipse of the relationships there, or the health of the father of such figures, or in other circumstances it might be like there's some tension between you and authority figures, and that you're trying also. 10th house is how you are as an authority figure. With an eclipse there, you might lose your head a little bit, or go on some power crazed, or or just be a bit more in regards to how you handle responsibilities and authority. You can have some changes happening, and some reversal, and some worries that you see something has to be addressed, and you're approaching a new role into your life in regards to how you deal with those responsibilities. Okay, let's see what else is happening. Venus is in your 12th house. All right, that's good. Venus is in your 12th house, which is how are you going to get your pleasure this month. And Venus in the 12th house is the house of the imagination, the house of spirituality, the house of basically very private, personal time. So Venus loves being in the 12th house, because Venus in the 12th house is reading a book. Venus in the 12th house is getting a massage. Venus in the 12th house is escaping reality through lovemaking, is escaping reality through watching a great romantic comedy or movie, is anything which takes you out of the humdrum of responsibilities, which are so strongly emphasized for you this month, and all tangible material things that you're working on, solving problems and working at your career and getting all those, the eclipse triggers a very practical house for you, which will be of great focus. All those practical responsibilities that you have, and all those practical problems that you're solving and working on, and material ones, you need to escape from them. And Venus gives you this outlet through 12th house, through private, more hidden relationships, pleasure, that is more private, more personal as well. Maybe going to the cinema again is very much Venus in the 12th house. Or 12th house is spending, so spending on good clothes, because Venus rules beautiful things, and spending on something that's gonna pamper you. So this is where you're gonna get your source of pleasure basically this month. Or doing some spiritual relaxing meditations, and some spiritual letting go. Venus will facilitate it, will make it a pleasure for you to let go in this way. For us, I'm Aquarius ascendant as well. And Saturn, which is our planet Aquarius, is in the sky joining Mercury and the Sun. And it means that we get the energy of Mercury this month, which make us good communicators, which will maybe have had a few contracts to completion, good communications, a lot of people contacting us, talking to us, getting in touch with us as well, more interactions with friends, with people. Mercury is this planet of communications, being busy, getting practical things done a lot, solving problems, and your mind is very on the ball about that as well. So you'll feel witty, you'll feel very, as well, when it comes to presentation or saying what you mean, you have like a gift of speech as well. And be more busy, as I said, communicating with other people. And our planet Saturn is also conjunct with the Sun, and the Sun rules the 7th house for Aquarius ascendants, or Sun or Moon. So relationships, somehow something important can happen in regards to your relationships. I'm not saying something bad, or it's just some important development there happening. And the Sun overall naturally rules career and greatness. So Capricorns, a lot of Aquarius people, because Saturn rules us, will have something important happening, as I said again, to do with their long-term goals and plans, reinforcing the theme of the 10th house. And I just want to give some specific days and degrees. Those of you who have their ascendant or their moon in Aquarius from 13 till 17 degrees, or those of you who are born from around the 1st till the 6th of February, you're having a Saturn transit. And Saturn tends to make one feeling a bit less confident, tends to try you more, tends to bring obstacles and difficulties, and tends to demand from you to work harder without seeing immediately the good results of your hard work. And some of you might feel more despondent, less confident. Some of you might feel like something is blocking the full fruition, or just more worried and having more responsibilities than other times. Saturn transits are best dealt with if you're not trying to get any shortcuts, if you're doing the best job you possibly can, but don't beat yourself on the head, because if it's just, Saturn can make it very easy for a person to spiral into negativity. And it might be others which are basically more stressing you. It can be some authority figures, or it can be other people in your life who are pressuring you, who are giving this Saturnian kind of more critical shoulder to you, and you might be feeling more vulnerable because of that, and you might be feeling less skillful or crafty or adequate because of that. But just do the best you can, and know that it's Saturn there testing you, teaching you to be more hardworking, more self-disciplined, and to become more tougher, not to be always so sensitive, because you toughen through such experiences. Otherwise we'll be like naked snail, you know. So anyway, Saturn is trying to give you some backbone this month and to toughen you. So thank you so much, Aquarius, and good luck with all those career things that are happening, especially Aquarius ascendant people.